Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Kathie J Show. I'm your host, Kathie J. I hope you guys are having a good day today. It is so good to be talking to you, so good to be seeing you. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. We do this stuff all the time. So today, I have the beautiful ladies from Inner City Health Center here with me today. Please introduce yourself and tell them your title.
I'm Laura Lee Coleman, and I'm Marketing and Promotions Officer.
Yep.
And I am Juria Jai, Director of Congregational Health Ministry.
Thank you.
I am Portia Carter, and I'm the Assistant Director of Congregational Health Ministry.
Excellent. Okay, so those were big titles, ladies. Okay, but more or less, how long have you worked with Inner City Health?
This year would be 25 years.
That's amazing. And you came to them as a client, as a customer, right?
I was a patient.
A patient. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, yes. Thank you, Portia. And how long have you been with Inner City?
I've been there about 5 years.
5 years? Yes. And so you know this place in and out. And Laura Lee?
A year.
You're new, but
Yes.
she is blowing the horn for Inner City. And that's why we are here today, everybody, because you're not aware of this amazing health center that is here in the Denver community that is serving the underserved. Actually, it's serving whoever needs to get in there. They have $19 therapy counselors. You can see a counselor for $19. Like, amazing things happen at Inner City. So we're going to go over here to the one that's been here the longest with Inner City. Tell everybody about Inner City Health Center. Go for it, Portia.
Inner City Health Center is a great place to be if you want to get affordable health care. I actually started as a file clerk, filing charts and things, and then I ended up I was still in school, but then I ended up working my way up to being now the Assistant Director of Congregational Health Ministry.
But Portia, you started. You were a young mom that needed help. That's how you found them, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And how did you find them? Just somebody told you about a clinic that could help you?
Yes, Kathie. My mother-in-law actually was a patient at Inner City Health Center. I was a patient somewhere else. The nurse practitioner told her that they were looking for somebody to file charts.
Okay.
So she said, I think I got the right person. Well, at least I think that's what she said.
She said, I know somebody that has kids. She needs a job.
And so she came and told me, they're hiring up at Inner City Health Center. And at the time, I was like, well, where is
Yeah,
Inner
where
City?
is it?
And it was on 34th and Downing. And so I went and I filled out an application, and Jan Williams, which is she's one of the founders of the clinic, interviewed me, and before I know it, I was a file clerk.
It's awesome. And you have seen lives, not just your life be changed, but you see the lives of all the patients every day coming in, getting changed, that find Inner City Health.
Correct.
It's got to be a very rewarding career that you found.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. Now, Laura Lee, talk about Inner City and all of the different things that you do to help people. What services do you offer over there?
We provide health care to everyone. We have adult services. We have dental. We have medical. We have behavioral health. We have prenatal, postnatal, pediatrics, teens.
Anything that someone is going through that they have a question about regarding their health, physical or mental, you guys probably have an answer to help them. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely. Not only answers with regards to the health care, but also how am I going to pay for this? A lot of our patients are Medicare, Medicaid, uninsured, underinsured. We have a person on staff whose job specifically is to find resources for patients.
That's awesome.
To get it paid for.
That's awesome. And so the lady that you mentioned that started Inner City, was her story about the fact that she just noticed a need to be helping people? Was she someone that didn't get help and started it? What was it?
She was the wife of one of the providers that started the clinic.
Okay, yeah.
Dr. Robert Williams was one of the founders, the doctors.
You need a doctor to start it. You need right.
And Dwayne Clausen also was a doctor.
Okay.
That started. So the two doctors, I think, are the ones that
started the clinic.
Yeah. And Jan Williams was the wife, and she was in there as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. She said, oh, no, we can go bigger.
Right.
I'm going to put my husband to work longer. We can go bigger. We can help more people.
And they noticed that the healthcare need was really important in the area that they you know,
Set
make
the
a
clinic up. Yeah.
uh-huh.
And so what you're talking about is more or less people of color, more or less underserved people that might not have access to the better
Yes.
to the better health.
I think that's really one of the things that makes Inner City Health Center unique in many ways, is that it was born out of a need to help inner city
Yes.
youngsters. You had these doctor and a dentist who were married to a counselor and a nurse, and they wanted to give back to the city.
Yeah.
And they had thriving practices down in Castle Rock.
You know, that's exactly what it's about. And that's kind of what I always try to tell people is if you've been blessed or the universe has given you, then your job is to continue to pass the give along, you know. And so I'm so happy to hear that's how Inner City kind of started, is people that saw the need, knew they could help, and helped. And so now over all these years, it's what is your biggest, how do you survive? How do you make the money? What happens?
Well, it's billing, but it's also raising funds with, we have our fundraiser coming up in October, Jazzed, with
Yes.
one of our most visible patients,
Hazel Miller. Hazel
Yes.
Miller. Yes.
Yes. And she's been a patient for about, over 20 years.
That's
She
amazing.
found her healthcare home, and so she wanted to give back and give the gift of health, access to health to everyone. So she started this fundraiser.
Where that's in October, and
In
yes,
October,
and so
yes.
and everyone, we are speaking today with the ladies from Inner City Health Center, and you can always find them on their Facebook or their Instagram. Just look for Inner City Health Center here in Denver. Where is it located now?
We have 2 locations.
Uh-huh.
Our original roots are in 5 Points, your home area
Yes.
where you grew up.
Are
And then
you a 5 Points girl? Oh
That's
yeah,
where
right
she
there
was
by
from.
34th and Downey.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes,
It's
and-
grown up. It's crazy how much it's grown up over there.
Unrecognizable.
Wow, it is so
Yes.
crazy. Like once you get in more into the neighborhood and start heading more towards Park Hill, it looks familiar.
Yes.
But it is wild. Like all the
It
way to that
is.
liquor store now is developed. That old
Yeah.
liquor store on the corner that used to be there. Like it's wild. Okay, but
is.
yes.
It
And
is.
where's the second location?
in Wheat Ridge.
In Wheat Ridge. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the other reasons why this is such a timely interview is because one of the things that you help ladies and men with, let's just say, and let's let everybody know, Inner City Health Center helps men and women,
Yes.
but hypertension.
Yes.
Tina Turner, goddess, amazing,
Yes.
queen of rock and roll. No one is ever going to be as amazing as she is or influence women especially as much as that woman did. Through her pain, we all got stronger. But she had hypertension and she ended up dying of kidney failure. So let's talk about that because you see a lot of women coming through your clinic with the same exact thing, doing exactly what Tina Turner did, and that's not taking care of it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk
Exactly.
about women not taking care of ourselves.
Exactly.
Why do we not take care of ourselves, ladies?
Well,
okay, because we're busy. I get that. I mean, I had heart failure because I was so busy. So I get that. We're the last to take care of ourselves, but the message is don't. Let's start talking about it.
Well, what she thought that she was diagnosed with hypertension when she was 39.
Wow.
And 1978. And so she just blew it off. She thought, with my body,
She's so healthy.
I'm so
Yeah.
healthy. I don't have to change any of my lifestyle.
Right. She didn't really
habits.
smoke or drink. She was doing
Exactly.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was like, I don't need these meds. I'll just do it myself. And then it was brought to her attention again several years later, and she was like, oh, I'll just take the pills. And then come 2009, she had a stroke. And when she had the stroke, they discovered that she had kidney disease. And at that point, she was like, oh my God, I had no clue that hypertension could cause all of these other problems. So this woman who was the
epitome of health,
epitome of health.
Strength. I mean, just try to do
everything.
one Proud Mary and you're exhausted. That woman did it nonstop. Like,
It's like the rest of us
saying?
would need Hail Marys for her
Yeah,
Proud
Hail
Mary,
Marys,
right?
yeah.
Exactly. But it's like she thought she had it. She's ignored all the help, and now she's wanting to give back, through losing her way too soon. She's wanting to give back and educate people about her health. And she came open with it in March on World Kidney Day. And before, she kind of held it close to her heart and didn't really share
No one
a lot.
knew. No one knew,
Exactly,
right.
Exactly. But I think that's her last gift to all of us.
Yes.
Is
As
please.
sharing,
Right.
please. I was in denial. I thought my body could overcome it. I did everything wrong. and look at me now.
Yeah, and I the more I learn, the more I learn about our bodies, the more I realize that, her hypertension, the kidneys was what was suffering. Like, if you don't take care of whatever's wrong in your body, another part of your body is going to have to start compensating to help that. And that starts losing, so that's what was happening, right? The kidneys.
Exactly.
Right. So hypertension is exactly what?
It's you can explain this better.
Here we go. Here we go, Jeree.
Yes, she's our educator.
Yes. Everyone, this is Jeree.
Hypertension is chronic high blood pressure. And most of the time, everybody has blood pressure. And blood pressure refers to the amount of pressure that's used to push blood through your veins out to all of your parts of your body.
Yep.
And the amount, and the bottom, that's the top number. The bottom number, it talks about how it returns blood back to the heart.
Okay.
So the
top is going out of your heart.
Yes.
Bottom is coming back in.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
rest, when your heart's at rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And a normal blood pressure is around 120.
We always
over
were told
80.
120 over 80. Yeah, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And so that's good.
That's, That's normal. And then, then the high blood pressure goes, chronic high blood pressure, I don't really know, but it's going to be a lot higher than
People have
120.
crazy readings. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like when people tell me sometimes what they're with, I remember right before I had heart failure, I took a picture of my readings in the ER because it was like 190 over 140.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
stroke level.
It was absolutely.
stroke.
Thank God I had 11 pounds of fluid in my lungs, and I still came here to this radio station to do my show, and then I was going to go after the show because that's what we do as women. We work.
Yeah.
Someone needs us. We go. I'll take care of myself later. That was my, like, oh, I didn't get sleep last night. I'm exhausted. I could die at any moment. Oh, well. That's how we talk to ourselves, and
I
that's
think
so
it's not
wrong.
Just that.
Yeah.
Hypertension is so common. I
So
think people
common.
just
So common.
people will just forget about it and they just push it aside.
Like Tina, she was like, I feel great.
Yeah, and
Like,
she looked great
she
too.
looked amazing.
Exactly.
Yes, right.
Exactly. So then I got
Even
my,
at 83, she looked
I
amazing.
know.
Oh my God.
it's like I got my blood pressure monitor out last week because I'm like, oh my God, I got to
Pull
start
it out. You
measuring
have it with you, don't you? And
Yes.
it's part of the importance,
It's a
Jeree,
silent
of
killer.
It is a silent killer, and it is becoming an epidemic. And I posted about
one out of 3 adults have
gets high blood pressure.
And that can include there's like pre and then
So I
Pre-hypertension.
don't have hypertension because I'm taking the pills to keep my blood pressure down, or that's
Yes.
what it is. Okay, all
Are
right.
you taking pills to keep your blood
Of course,
pressure
I
down?
take the pills. Yes,
Well,
I
see
have.
that- and
Yes,
that
do
was
you have?
some-
Do you take pills as
I
well?
do.
And you know what? For a long time, for about a year, I didn't take pills prior to my heart going out. So I knew
Because you didn't like the way it made you feel.
I didn't care. I didn't know. I was busy. I didn't have time to get to the doctor to get the pills. Like, it was
Most people don't
ridiculous.
know. Most
Whatever
people
my
don't know
excuse
when
was.
they have high blood pressure.
Yeah, so I feel that it's great because, again, that was my excuse was I got to make an appointment with the doctor. They won't see me for 3 months, blah, blah, blah. What is your waiting list over at Inner City? Can people get into, how's it looking? A month out? What are people with you?
I believe that between the two locations, they can get scheduled for a new patient within maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
What? Well, you're about to get a new Kathie J patient.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, then.
I would love that.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you guys, go ahead, Jeree.
The wonderful thing about what we do is we expand the services of the clinic by being out in the clinic, by being in the community. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
So you don't have to wait that long. You just need to come to one of our screening fairs, and we have them all over the city, and you can come in and get a biometric screening. We look at your blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol, body mass index,
Yeah.
and then the pulse oximetry. Basically, we provide you a snapshot of how good you're doing. And if your numbers we don't diagnose, but if your numbers fall in the abnormal, we mark it as abnormal.
Yeah.
And then ask you to go and visit with your primary care provider. And if you don't have a primary care provider, we will help you.
I'm coming to
We
you.
will work.
Yes, okay, right. You're
So
you find my
everybody
primary
can come
care
to
provider.
us
That's
to
amazing.
get high blood pressure.
That's great. Yeah, so, right now to get it taken care of.
Yes. Know your numbers.
Exactly.
Yes.
But that's what makes Portia so unique is she's been behind the scenes on the patient side.
Yeah.
And she decided to go out in the community and start at the very, you know, she's like the feet on the street.
Okay,
Yes.
so I do want to say major props to Inner City Health Center for you guys being out in the streets for real. Like you guys don't know, Inner City Health, you guys do. You go out and do appearances where you can do Pap smears, your appointments to. Or it's the blood work. Like tell everybody,
work.
yes, the
Yes.
blood
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
But you do it like for a while there. You were out there every like once a month. You're going in places like you're amazing.
Yes.
You are going to them if they can't
We
get
are
to you.
going to the community.
Yeah.
I love that, and that's
Yes.
you.
Me
You
and
realize the
Julie,
need
yes.
for that. I
Yes.
love
Yeah,
that.
and we have a lot of
Kiara.
friends that we take with us because we're not clinicians.
Yes.
So we take, we have MOUs with SCAGs, Anschutz, Platt College.
Oh, so you're rolling with them.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Encore.
You guys are not clinicians, but you play one every day.
Trust me in more ways than you would
Right.
like to
Oh
know.
no, I believe it. I believe it. You got to, all hands on deck sometimes. I can believe it.
And another important part are the two other ladies in the studio
Yes.
who are bilingual.
Yes.
Yes.
So that we
Yes.
can, patients can come in, but if people can't understand each other,
No,
that creates some
that's
issues.
huge too,
Yeah.
because you want everyone to feel welcome when they're coming in,
Oh,
and if they
yes.
can't communicate their
Yes.
pains or whatever they're feeling to you, so you offer everything from counseling, mental health, to directions for how they can really take care of their health, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
awesome.
We want people to be healthy.
Yeah, and it's a message that none of us are taught. And how sad is that, But I mean, I have my young daughters, and I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, teach them to be healthy every day.
Yes.
That this is what healthy looks like. But the Inner City Health Center has helped so many people, men and women, like everyone listening right now. That every time I talk to one of you, you have amazing examples of who's just been through your doors or who has affected you this past week. Do you have any stories that you want to share with us? You just said recently someone was crying. Someone broke down.
yeah, someone had. I didn't see them personally, but I could hear them. They had a mental health emergency,
As we all do.
And exactly. It can
Do you know
happen.
what she's referring to?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
It can happen to anybody, everybody, any time of the day. Who knows?
Yeah.
And she had one, and our staff took care of her and worked with her family to get her through it, get her referred where she needed to go, and followed up afterwards as well.
Because sometimes it's just a simple, I snapped. And I don't know how to recover back.
Right.
You guys are here to say, we're not judging. We're here to help you recover.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, get on over here.
Right.
We've seen it all. We've heard it all.
Yes.
There's nothing we can't help.
Yeah.
That's
There have been instances where people have lost their dentures, and we've tried to help them.
Oh, that's
One
awesome.
woman needed a hearing aid. We tried to help her. There was a gentleman who had a really high blood pressure, but he wasn't going to see his primary care provider because he didn't want to pay the copay. So we
So he
worked
came
with
to
him.
you.
He came, and we worked with him.
That's awesome.
There was even a wreck in the parking lot, and our providers went out
And
to
to help her
stabilize.
see who was injured.
Yes.
Emergency. If you have a head injury, hold still. Are you serious? That's awesome. You guys are always giving.
Exactly, but we also work with some of the VA guys,
Oh, yeah.
VA
Yes.
people, and unless, if I understand this correctly, unless you are fully disabled in the VA, you don't get dental care.
What?
You're right.
And so we have a patient who was run over by a Humvee in Iraq, I think. He's disabled to some degree, but
Not enough to count for
exactly. He's in a
dental
wheelchair.
health. Man, I'm so sick of our healthcare
and
system.
he didn't have dental care, and now he has a full set of teeth.
And you know what?
And he smiles. He thinks a smile's coming.
There's nothing better than a smile. Like, we give, that's the one thing when we used to do the Christmas wish. Like, everyone wants teeth. Their
Yeah.
smile. They just want their dentures. They want to be able
Right.
to, I mean, that's the
for
first way
sure.
we judge people is,
Yes.
in 10 seconds we have judged you. And if you're
Yes.
not
Exactly.
smiling, we're
Yes.
judging, and so
Yes.
I just, so that is awesome that you guys,
Yeah.
what you provide is also, you're giving back self-esteem.
Yeah.
You're giving back confidence. They take that back to their families. They
Yes.
don't take an attitude of I don't have teeth and anger back to their. It's infectious how helping one person can help a whole community.
Well, and I also, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say I wanted to give kudos. I want to
You
give.
got to work with these two? I don't know how you do it, Portia.
That's why Dre and I our offices are next to each other, and right outside the bathroom.
Okay, Louise.
But no, what I was just going to say is I want to give kudos to Uber as well, because they are partnering with us. Another problem that gets in the way of people getting health care is not having transportation to get
True.
there.
Yes.
And so Uber is partnering with us to provide transportation so that people can make their appointments.
Right.
And after the appointments, be able to get prescriptions. All the things that the rest of us that are mobile take for granted. It's just making sure that it's not, okay, you need prescriptions, see you in a month. It's taking care of them from start to finish every step of the way.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome. So yeah, we could get lost. I think we all feel alone, and so it's nice to know that there's somebody else out there that wants to help you be healthy, be better, be who you can be. You know, I don't think a lot of us were given good, not role models, and it was no diss on our parents or anything. I just think everyone is busy, and everyone is trying to make good with whatever money they have to feed their kids or to to make their life happen. And healthcare is the last thing that they usually have money for. And I know my mom used to super glue her teeth back in. Like I literally, there was super glue, and it was to put her cap back on. Like we do crazy things because we don't get health care to our bodies. So the fact that you guys are saying, so is it like a office visit that people will pay? How do they know what to expect? Are we talking hundreds of dollars that I just want to know like what people are expecting when they can come in to see you, make an appointment.
On their income. It goes according to their income.
Oh, that's good to know.
Income.
Okay,
And
that's
and
great
the
to know.
family size.
Okay.
And the
Oh, that's
family
even good to
size.
know.
We've got, there are insurances that we accept. Blue Cross, Humana, United Care, the usuals.
Yes.
But we have on-site CHIP enrollment as well as the Medicaid enrollment, which is First Colorado, I think it's called First Colorado. And in addition to that, we have an indigent care, a discount program, the Colorado Indigent Care Program, where we can get discounts. So we can work with families.
Yeah, there's
no one is turned away because of an inability to pay.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like.
And not only that, but we also want to accomplish as much on that visit as we can, knowing that it's hard for people to come back.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you for saying that, Laura Lee.
Like
you know how much I hate, like me. Do you know how much I hate going, because your normal doctor says, well, they've only allowed time for us to talk about your eye problem.
Yeah.
So your elbow's going to have to wait and make another appointment. They literally talk to people like that in the healthcare. Like my mom, like I go, well, why didn't you talk to him while you were there? Because I was there to talk to him about I'm like, you're there. It's a one-stop shop. So I'm so glad that you said that you recognize that. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. We have to,
We're
keep
concerned
moving.
about the whole individual.
Yes.
Spiritually, physically, spiritually. I already said that one.
Right.
Mentally.
Yes, right.
Just whatever they bring in.
Whatever brings it together.
Yes.
Well, we recognize that the mental health, the medical health, and the dental health all work together or against you.
Yes.
And so there oftentimes are pass-offs where a patient will be in for medical care, and the doctor's has noticed they need a little more care maybe for behavioral, and they'll bring the behavioral person in to initially consult with them and set up a plan.
That's awesome. I feel like a lot of doctors would be like, you should get that taken care of. And then they bail. Good luck. You should get it taken care of. So
Stop drinking so much caffeine.
Yes.
And by the way, inner city has been that way since its very inception.
That's awesome.
We've always had that integrated approach to healthcare. Now everybody else is catching up with us.
Yeah.
With the behavior, the dental, and the physical all together.
That's awesome. And let's not forget, dental is very important because it's one of the most underserved insurances out there. And also, it does have to do with your heart health.
Yes.
People don't realize if you don't brush your teeth, if your gums are unhealthy, that goes right into affecting you. You can get heart disease from that.
Yes.
So, it's so important that, again, everything's connected. Everything's connected.
Exactly.
Did you know a guy who was a nutritionist was telling me, because I'm a girl that grew up on candy, and my body learned to kind of survive on the candy. And he said it's because our bodies will trick ourselves into thinking those are the nutrients that we pull. So literally, my body thought corn syrup was a nutrient, and so no wonder why. Like, our bodies just are like, they roll with it. Like, okay, I guess this is what we're just going to have to adapt to. You're mentally stressed right now, and instead of that, I'm going to go and attack your back with it.
Yeah.
Like, people don't realize if you don't solve anything in your life, it's going to come out in a different way in your body.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's amazing. It's
all
all related.
connected.
It's all connected.
The head to the foot.
So, ladies, what is the next big event coming up where people can find you out in the community? I mean, Juneteenth is around the corner. Is that what we're doing? I think it's Juneteenth, isn't it?
We will be at the Juneteenth.
The big old
which is
celebration
June
on Welton
17th,
Street.
Yes.
Saturday,
Yeah,
yes.
That thing has
Yes.
gotten a lot bigger
Yes.
since.
It
Yes.
has, yes.
Yes. Okay, so and then you're gonna be out there, and do people just show up? Is it free screenings? What
It's-
will be happening?
Yes.
Free screenings.
And the
for blood
screenings is
pressure.
those 5 things you
Yes.
talked about.
Yes.
The
Blood
glucose
pressure.
or the cholesterol. You say it again.
Yeah. See, can I remember it? Okay. Blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose, body mass index, and pulse oximetry. We will give you a snapshot of your health.
Yes.
And how many of those are relevant to hypertension?
Oh, probably all of them. All of them.
All of them. That was a mic
Yes.
drop, Laura Lee. That was the mic drop.
That was a Tia.
all of them. And these are things everybody should know their numbers.
Yes.
And there's no excuse for not knowing your numbers. Either you can go to your primary care provider. Many times you can stop by a pharmacy and they have those
sit right there.
chairs.
Put your arm right in it. Yep, right.
Yes.
Or you can come to one of our screenings, or you can contact your health insurance. They may give you a blood pressure monitor.
Okay.
Mine gave me one, but
Yes.
I'm kind of old. So.
But also,
But-
if you have flexible spending account,
Yes.
blood
Yes,
pressure
you
monitors
can.
are
You can-
included.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yes,
you
yes.
can get them
This-
for 50, like around 55.
You know what? I have one. It's very important to have
Yeah.
it. When I start feeling, I have to know if is this my heart or am I having a panic attack? Is this an anxiety thing? Like I have to know what's
Right.
going on when I start feeling weirdness happening. But ladies, before we bring in the younger generation of inner city health, I want to know if there's anything else you would like to talk about inner city health and the amazing things you guys do.
Well, I think part of what's important is not only do we provide a healthcare home to anybody who wants it, but we also strive for quality healthcare as well. And last week, we were just recognized by the Community Health Provider Alliance
Yeah.
with 2 awards
Yeah?
for the quality of healthcare that we provide.
Congratulations.
And that's big companies. Centura Health is part of it. So it's
Do you feel that that's a stereotype that people think they won't get as good of healthcare by coming to you? Do you feel that that's a thought that people would have?
well,
They haven't met your doctors.
Well, I know even Hazel admitted that the first time she came in, she wasn't sure what to expect. So
Okay.
she came in, kind of sat in a corner, and then looked around, and she's like, "Wow, I could be any of these people."
Yep.
It's not what people think
Right.
may have a perception of, and she credits Inner City Health with saving her life with a heart condition.
Yes.
And because of that, she could go anywhere for health care, but we are who she chooses.
We go out into the services. We go out into the community offering services, but not only do we offer services, know your numbers, but we do the education piece. So if your numbers are out of whack, here are some things that you can do,
right.
some lifestyle changes that you can make. And I think that really makes us
Different.
That
Better.
puts us on the chart.
I agree. So, Portia, you're going to be out with the Inner City Health Community Outreach Tent all summer, probably hanging out here and there.
Yes.
What are some final thoughts you want to leave with people about Inner City before we bring in the 2 girls?
Okay, come join us. Come see us.
Amen. There you go. Come join
Yeah.
us and come see us. Don't be
Yes.
scared.
Don't
Come
be
to
scared.
try and
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Get
bring in
better.
your younger generation. Come on in. Let's get on in.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better. Hello. Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hi everybody, my name is Gabby Morales and I am Inner City's youngest health ambassador.
Yay. Okay, and please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Kiara Alvarez. I am Inner City's Community Prevention Health Coordinator, and I'm also part of Congregational Health Ministry.
That's awesome. Very cool. Okay, so all right, so Gabby, let's start with you. You're very young. How do you even know about inner city health? You should be just worried about doing nothing.
Yeah, so I started doing internships since my sophomore year of high school. So at first I started at 2 different hospitals, sophomore year, junior year, and then for my senior year I actually got an internship at Inner City Health, and I ended up getting a job as a health ambassador.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You said in high school?
Yes.
Like what? Okay, so do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to just work with people? What is the fascination that drew you to it? To the hospitals?
I love working with people. That was one of my biggest things growing up, especially living in the Cole neighborhood, seeing everybody and working with the community. I wanted to do something more. I'm actually going to school for pharmaceutical. Okay. And I hope to actually create medicine one day.
All
so
right.
working with the community is definitely on my
All
list.
right. Well, make the medicine that doesn't make us gassy.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you have to follow that.
All right.
I'll try my
tell
best.
us how did you come to Inner City?
So I was just applying. I know my background is public health, so I really do enjoy health, like just the healthcare field. But for me, my grandmother has inspired me for healthcare. She does have a vitamin store on Colfax.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
give her a shout out. What vitamin store?
Yeah, it's called Aurora Specialty Foods. It's on Colfax
it.
and Ironton.
Get it? Ooh, how
So yeah,
cool.
she's really into like holistic medicine. So even though like Gabby making medicine, also there's natural options as well.
Yes, right.
So
Can they address her concern?
Right, yeah, the natural ones don't make you as gassy.
right.
That's awesome. So both of you have felt the need to, the way that I can help people is to help them through their healthcare or through their medical stuff. Okay,
Definitely.
so what are you enjoying the most doing over at Inner City? Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I'm loving it.
Yeah?
I love working with the community. I love working with the Hispanic community and just like showing them that there is no barrier, especially here at Inner City Health.
What do you feel is the biggest barrier that they're having, the Hispanic community?
I think the biggest barrier that the Hispanic community might be having is that just coming out and actually wanting like to know more about their health. Like I believe that they shouldn't really be scared. I want to be the person to actually welcome them in and actually feel comfortable walking them through and like helping them understand their health better.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And you're bilingual, so that helps.
Yes.
That's awesome. Are you third generation? What are you?
I'm first generation.
First generation.
Yes.
Get it, girl. Okay. And you're also bilingual. And
I am.
what do you speak? What do you
I speak Spanish.
Spanish. Okay.
Yes.
You're Panama. You're from Panama.
My family from Panama. I was born here, but yes, so proud of my Panamanian roots.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody gets to pull that card. That's pretty cool. Right? Very cool. So what do you enjoy the most about working at Inner City?
Definitely the community events. I do enjoy working in the community with the biometric screenings with Portia and Jeree. Just meeting people and learning their stories, learning what they're concerned about, where they come from.
You ladies are awesome, I have to tell you. Like, obviously, anyone coming up to any of you would be like, yes, this is what's wrong with me, A, B, C, D. But you also are fighting stereotypes of men that don't want to help themselves because they're tough. They're Tina Turner tough, and you have the women who can't find the time to do it. So you guys really are facing a battle. As wonderful and as amazing as all of you are and as helpful as you are, you still are facing the you can trust us battle. Do you feel that? The outreach is obviously making a difference, but do you have a lot of guys coming in that you're like, I need you to take these pills. Ronald, if you want to get better, you got to take your pills. Do you find that? I mean, you're here to talk about that, right? Talk to these people like that, right?
Yes, you are absolutely right. We had a gentleman that is volunteering for us as a health navigator, And one of the things that he said was when he sat down around the table, we were at a staff meeting, he said, I'm the only man that's here. This is a problem. Jeree, I want to volunteer with your organization so that I can go out in the community and inform men of what they can do to stay healthy.
Yes, that's awesome.
So it's definitely a problem.
That's awesome.
Well, ironically, June is National Men's Health Month.
Wow, look at that, fellas. Look at that. Look at that, guys. All tests do not include the thing you're scared of. You can go in and just get a simple blood test with your pants on. Yeah. But you know what? You ladies are awesome, and thank you very much. And Inner City Health is where you need to go. Inner City Health Center, everybody. Check them on their Facebook page. Follow them on their Instagram accounts. Their social media is really where you want to follow them because that's what they're updating on their locations. And then, ladies, is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
Look for us on Juneteenth.
Yes.
At the Juneteenth celebration, which is actually June the 17th, I think.
Yes.
Yes. June 17th.
Yes.
That was a tongue twister.
It's actually on the 17th this year. It actually hit the day this year. That's good. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Cara. Thank you so much, Laura Lee. Thank you so much, Jeree. Thank you so much, Corbs, and thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
Everyone, have a great day. Remember, you can click like and subscribe. Please do, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Kathie J.